In this video, I'll be taking you guys through what I think the best 2/12 battle pack would be, and what I think would be a fantastic way of getting more 2/12 troopers considering they just came out in the ATRT set, as well as being a really nice addition to that set if you already have it. I'm going to take you through the builds and the minifigures in the hopes to make a really strong looking battle pack. So without further ado, let's jump in. So, last week we took a look at the ATRT, and although in that video I did a fair few mods to try and improve the look of the ATRT, there were a few more things that I wanted to do that wouldn't classify as necessarily being a simple mod, hence this video. And this video kind of evolved from just being 2 additional side builds into a full-on battle pack idea. Now, considering I know a lot of people have different definitions of what a battle pack should be, based on ones we've had in the past and ones that are coming up in the future, but I don't really care about any of that. I just want to show you what I've got here and what I would classify as a pretty cool concept for a set that LEGO could potentially bring out alongside something like this ATRT to try and build up this 2/12 army. I want to start off this by talking about some of the builds of this set, as 3 out of the 4 mini builds of this set are completely unique. But we are going to start off with the Dwarf Spider Droid. Now, this is exactly the same build as the one that actually features in the ATRT set. I honestly thought this build was a fantastic little side build, but just didn't belong in the ATRT set all that well, considering all the droids seem to be an afterthought in that particular set. But I think it would be much more appropriate to include in this kind of a little battle pack set, and let's be honest, it is designed to be a little bit of filler, as droid stuff nowadays does tend to be a bit fillery. But one droid I don't think will be a bit fillery is definitely the Crab Droid, and this was one of the builds that I really wanted to put inside of my mods video, as I felt like it would be a great side addition to the ATRT, purely for the fact that we had that clone trooper who jumped on top of one of the Crab Droids' head and just simply shot it into the ground. I feel like being able to recreate that scene is vital on a set like this, but unfortunately for us who are all fans of this scene, LEGO just decided not to give us the Crab Droid in this ATRT set. So in my ideal battle pack there would be a Crab Droid included, and this is him. The legs consist of some clip pieces and some droid bodies, with some reddish brown pieces to act as armor plating for the legs. Speaking of the legs, they do like to fly off from time to time, so although he can stand up on his own, I've added a little clear brick underneath the main body just to keep him standing up. And moving on to the body slash head, I've just used a bunch of snot bricks with a bunch more reddish brown plating, and then I've added a red clip piece to the eyes to try and imitate that antenna that you see on the front of Crab Droids. So now we can replicate one of the most famous clone trooper kills out of LEGO bricks. But obviously in the process of trying to make a battle pack, you can't help but take inspiration from some other battle packs that have existed. And considering the 501st battle pack was one of the most popular battle packs to come out in recent years, I couldn't quite help but look at it and go, hey,
that's pretty good.
I guess it's just the ATRT and the speeder bike combo, along with those minifigures, that just made that battle pack stand out among the others. But the fact we have 2 builds already in this battle pack means we can't build the ATRT and the speeder as big as the ones from the 501st battle pack. We just don't have that many pieces to play with, as this is meant to be in the sort of battle pack region. So the only workaround to this is make the ATRT and the speeder bike smaller, which would actually make it more in line with minifig scale, so I actually see that as a plus. But before that, a little word from our sponsor Surfshark VPN. I'm sure I'm not the first to tell you that being safe online is crucial nowadays, and the amount of people that even I know who have been hacked or had some sort of internet security problem just makes it even more important nowadays to have things like a VPN, and that's where Surfshark comes in. Not only do they provide the normal sort of VPN services like being able to change your region or just accessing Netflix from other countries, you can also mask your identity online from not only people who might want to get your information but even your internet provider, so they can't sell your data. But now with Surfshark you get a full-on antivirus, which will keep all your devices safe, and you can even perform quick or full-on scans, just in case you might think that you downloaded something dodgy. Not only that, Surfshark now has Surfshark alerts, which monitor your personal data, so if anything goes wrong, Surfshark will be the first to tell you. This way you can rest assured that all of your personal data is safe. Now everything's run on subscriptions nowadays, but Surfshark are giving you guys a killer deal. If you use my code TommyC at their checkout, you'll get 83% off, plus 3 extra months free, and if you don't like it, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're not losing anything by going to check it out, so just go and click the link in the description below and get yourself protected online. Thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring this video, but let's talk more battle packs. Now, like I was saying, I wanted to take some inspiration from the 501st battle pack with the ATRT and the speeder, but before I show you those models, who's going to drive them? Obviously this is a 2/12 trooper battle pack, so I think the figure selection is going to be very similar to something like the 501st battle pack, as I don't want any named characters in this. That means Cody Cody's off the table. Besides, I am in the camp of I want Cody to remain an exclusive figure of the ATRT. I think it would make his minifigure less desirable if he was put in such a cheap set. This means that in our custom battle pack we're making now, I reckon we should have 2 normal 212 troopers, 1 to drive the ATRT and 1 to drive the speeder. I also think it would be a cool idea to just have some droids. I think 2 droids is enough in this kind of a set, as we do have 2 buildable droids, and besides, sometimes they could get funny if the minifigures can't battle each other. But one minifigure that I feel like would be really good for this kind of a set, but also make the set really desirable, is the Airborne Trooper from the General Grievous Starfighter. This way we can get several variants of the 212th Legion, and keeps the Gunner and Cody exclusive to the ATRT set. But like I say, makes the battle pack suddenly more desirable than just including normal 212th troopers. But now we've discussed the minifigures, let's put them on these vehicles. As for the speeder, I've made this nice little custom build. It's roughly minifig scale. If I'm honest, I still think it might be a little bit too big, so it next to the 501st one looks frankly ridiculous. But it's an awesome little build, and I really do think minifigures look fantastic driving this thing, and still managed to keep all of the detailing from the big one just into a smaller package. But if I'm totally honest, I've made a few creative liberties with this build. I don't know if these pieces in orange are meant to be the orange pieces for these types of speeders, but not being able to use stickers, I feel like I've done a pretty good job here, and I even managed to put a clear piece on the bottom of this in the relative center so the bike looks like it's hovering when it has a minifigure on it. But I still think the best feature of this bike is that long sloped piece on the front to really help give that silhouette of these specific looking speeders. But the best model out of all of these ones I still believe is the ATRT. I love this little model, and I was able to find a picture of the ATRT in 212th colors, so unlike the speeder, I believe all of the orange detailing is in the correct location. This, alongside with a little bit of inspiration of other models I saw online, made a really nice ATRT in the end. This model utilizes a lot of interesting techniques, especially in the lower feet and leg region. Even this part of the build is inverted to try and help get the minifigure to sit on this bike properly. And with that, here's how everything looks together. And frankly, I just think this looks amazing as a concept for a set, and I'd love to see LEGO produce something like this in the £20 to £30 price range, as believe it or not, this isn't a lot of pieces. And you guys will have to let me know in the comment section below if you guys would like to see instructions on these specific models. But back to the final set, I even think it'd be beneficial for them to come with these little FX pieces so you could imitate the guns. And again, all of this is designed to go along with the other sets that are available in the range. So this battle pack displayed alongside the ATRT again looks fantastic. Am I the only one who really thinks that these things should come with more effects pieces? I think it really just does elevate displays. LEGO, take note. Add more effects pieces to your sets please, I'd like to get these in more colors. But before I continue doing mods to the ATRT, you should probably check out my original video, and funnily enough you can click the screen now to see 5 simple things you can do to your ATRT set at home, so click the video on screen to see that. Also make sure to click that Surfshark link in the top line of the description and take Surfshark up on that offer that they're giving you. Remember, that's 83% off and 3 extra months just using code TommyC at checkout. Thanks again guys, I'll see you over there.